All right, we're going to talk about Alliance War and 3 things that I would change to make the mode better. And I just want to say this before I get into the topics at hand, that I have played Alliance War or a mode like this Alliance War in 2 other games. And I find Alliance War inside of Marvel Strike Force to be the most satisfying, the most engaging, and I've had the most fun. And I really like the randomness of it in the rooms. I also really like that the battles are different. Depending on the room bonuses and the bonuses of each room, every battle goes down differently than Blitz. And at first it kind of annoyed me, but now I've gotten used to it, and now there's ways of playing around it, and I'm finding that my skill set in going through and navigating Alliance Wars has gotten better. I also like the RNG a bit of it. Getting to the barracks and the armory seems very important early, and having your whole alliance coordinated and going very quickly in that first hour to get to them is key, and I do like that. I like that because we are organized and we're going quickly and early, we can actually win against another alliance that's not as organized. I like that, even if they are stacked against us. Now, I've got 3 main issues with it, is that it takes too much time, the rewards are inadequate, and I think the matchmaking is bad. And I think all 3 of those issues, kind of interweave, and the main core of my dislike of this mode is the boost mechanic. I do not like the boost mechanic. Now, let me explain to you the way the boost mechanic plays out when you're playing competitively. What happens is, you've boosted 2 of the nodes, the really strong nodes, and you're sitting there waiting for them to defeat a node. And as soon as that node is defeated, you're sitting by your computer or your phone, and you push the button and you boost the node. Or even worse than that, you're on offense and your teammate is finishing a battle and they're kicked out into a loading screen, so you have to jump in and do it, and you hit the team quickly because you don't want the opponent to boost it, and that it's a team you're just tapping the screen to get to it as quickly as possible, and it's a team you can't beat. And then you're pinging everybody on your Discord server, hey, I'm holding this XYZ really hard team, I don't have the right team to beat it, can you come in? And they're like, yeah, I could get it, release it in 3, 2, 1, you release and they jump in. This is terrible. It's unengaging and unfun, and it's dependent on who has a better internet connection. And it shouldn't be like that. And then more than that, I just want to say this. Okay, this is a cell phone game, right? And the game is so complicated and well built and has a lot of different types of content that requires communication with your guild mates, that it is a necessity to use a third-party app like Line or Discord. The game, the coding in the game is not sufficient enough for you to play the game effectively without Discord or Line. It is a necessity. But this boosting mechanic takes it to another level where, our war time, you can see it's at 6 o'clock. Oftentimes at 6 o'clock at night, I'm no longer here in my studio. I often go over to my girlfriend's house and we have dinner. We go, and so I'm committed to being there for that first hour of the war, but I don't have my computer with me. I can't see Discord and my phone at the same time. This boosting mechanic makes it necessary for me to take my laptop with me or my iPad with me so that I can have one device open with Discord and the other device open on the game. This is absurd. This is a cell phone game. But to play competitively, I need 2 devices. Or if I'm in my office, I can run it on BlueStacks. By the way, I'm sponsored. Link down in the description if you want to play on BlueStacks. And Discord on my screen. I have 2 monitors. I can see both at the same time, because when I'm holding a team, I'm typing into Discord, I'm holding this team, someone come here and get this team real quick, and they're like, okay, I've got it, release it right now. It's like, okay, I'm releasing it. Now, I can't do that when I'm on my phone only. I can't toggle effectively between Discord and the game. It's like this boost mechanic requires having 2 devices, which is not I don't think the developers want to make it mandatory for us to run 2 devices. This is just not a good mechanic. Okay, so what is the solution to this boost problem? There's a couple. And I think the main one for me would be to... I like the idea that there is some micromanagement a little bit, but maybe there is a 1-minute delay on the defensive team putting up the boost. So if you're hanging out, you've got 1 minute to tackle that team before they can go in and put on a boost. And I could see that being on some sort of upgrade. Maybe they can upgrade the room or upgrade the carrier so that there's a 1 minute delay. Or just make the boost so that you can boost the teams in advance. You can see all 8 of the teams on every person and boost the teams you want. That's fine. That's not as interactive. But I think having a 1 minute delay or having to be able to boost in advance is the way to go, because whoever can push the button fastest and whoever has 2 devices open and whoever has the most people wasting 1 or 2 hours, maybe doing 1 or 2 battles, but just sitting there holding teams and pressing boosting is a unfun experience. It's not fun. And I think having a minute delay, and then if the other team they don't attack in that first minute and you can successfully boost, fine, that's the way it goes. But it's just not a fun play experience. I extremely dislike it, and it's time consuming and it's not interactive, because I think the main thing is that it's this Alliance War mode is time consuming and the rewards are not that great. And so I think changing the boost or getting rid of the boost or any of the suggestions that I placed before would cut down the time involved in playing war correctly down a ton. It would make it a much better experience. And then maybe I won't mind that it's 3 days a week. 2 days a week with higher rewards would be better, sure. Let's talk about the rewards. The rewards, in my opinion, are way lackluster. Okay, let's talk about the credits. The gold. When you lose, you get 25K. You can't do anything for 25K. When you win, you get 100. You can't do anything with 100. They need to be drastically higher. Make it 100,000 and 500,000 at least. My goodness, that is way too low. Now, even worse than that is the red currency here, and I'm just going to call it the red currency. 500 does not get you anything effective, and 2,000 does. And then 500 gets you half of something that's effective. I'll tell you what I buy with that store, and everybody's going to be different. But basically, with the red currency, the only 2 logical things for me is either Pyro or Carnage. And I'm currently doing Carnage, and I want to get Carnage up so that I can get my Shuri up. Carnage is part of the Spider-Verse, and Spider-Verse is required to get Shuri, which is a part of the Wakandan team, which is fairly decent, and the only place to get Carnage is inside of this currency. So for me, the only thing I'm spending this currency is on Carnage, 1375. 500 doesn't give me anything, and 2,000 gets me 5 shards. And then, so then I have to win twice to basically get 15 shards. And Pyro is really what I want to be farming because it's part of the Brotherhood, and the only other place to get Pyro is inside of the premium orbs, which is fine, but I really need to get Pyro up to as high as possible as well. And so I'm kind of forced to choose between the 2. Now, the other currency, the white currency, which is a part of these orbs, you get 500 for win and 0 for a loss, which is trash, by the way. Those are terrible orbs for the amount of time investment. It is terrible rewards. For me, the only logical choice is the orange gear orbs for 1,000. And the reason for that is that there are lots of places to get the blue and lots of places to get the purple, but inside of these orange orbs are those special ones that are required to go to gear 13. They are the ones that are intermittently show up inside of the supply store, and they cost 72,000. You can see, like, I bought that one right there, Superior Molecular Cloth. I have to buy them. It's very slow. I need 12, and I need 12 to take that one character, that last choke point to take the character to gear 13, and they do show up quite a bit inside of that orb that costs 1,000 currency inside of the Alliance War store. Now, it just seems absurd that you only get 500 for a win and you get 0. I mean, it should be at least 500 just for participating. I really think that the participation rewards for the Alliance War for winning and losing should be very close. The loser should get 3/4 the rewards of the winner, and the winner should get the full rewards. But right now, the way it's set up, the loser gets a quarter of the rewards, all that work, and you get a quarter of the rewards. So there's like, if you know you're gonna lose, why play? And if you're in a guild that just gives up on winning, then that's the way it goes. So I just think that, well, first of all, the victory rewards need to at least be doubled, and then the defeat reward should be about 3/4 that of the victory rewards, because that also will discourage guilds from cheating and hacking the game. Let me know what you think about Alliance Wars. Overall, I really like the mode. That boost mechanic is time-consuming, unfun, interactive, and it's just a time sink. And boy, the novelty of that wore down quickly early in the first week, and I'm not a fan of that anymore. So put down in the comment section if you have any suggestions for Alliance Wars. And now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, because if you did, you are in luck. For every single person that likes this video, you will be getting an 8-star Rap God Thor. This is not a scam. Yeah, doesn't it look like Thor right there is getting ready to do a rap battle? All right, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.